I'm Huge, and I'm here today with Battery and Rafflecopter to cast Game 2 of the HTC Brawl in the Losers Bracket Finals of Temple Storm versus Team Blaze.
All right, and the blue side, Team Blaze, we got Huge on Tassadar, Rafflecopter on Leoric, Jason on Muradin, Cladius on Zeratul, Battery on Diablo.
I'm Battery, and over on Temple side we have Soldier on Imperial, KO on Abathur, Arthlon on Illidan, but not on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And here goes the game. We start out, everyone's running towards the eye.
York and Illidan opting to go to bot lane along with Abathur. Like Team Blaze is going to get that eye hunt.
Yeah, in this game, I feel like they're kind of just filling each other out. I don't think either team's really sure of what they can do this early.
Blaze looking for champion clear mid. Definitely neither team looking for picks right now. Just trying to see what they can do. I'm not looking to make any mistakes.
Team Blaze playing pretty safe up in top lane with Illidan going a little aggressive on Leoric on the bot. Meanwhile, Jason and Cladius rotate down to try to get a gank, but just pressure the lane and move back towards mid.
Yeah, they actually had a lot of pressure up top with Mouth and Jaina, but Tassadar is actually pretty good at wave clear. Especially with those 5-second shields, so you can sustain all the poke that they might want to throw at him.
Definitely good at defending as well. Jaina and Mouth do have pretty quick wave.
Now Illidan get going pretty hard down here on Leoric, doing a lot of damage. Cladius coming down to cover the lane for a bit.
We're getting a
It's
lot of
definitely-
life, not a lot in return.
Definitely gets pushed back, has to tap.
Yeah, Arthlon's creating a lot of pressure down here. He's actually doing a really good job making it to where Zeratul has to come down, and he actually gets a kill, which is huge this early in the game. Rafflecopter is really struggling against this Illidan.
Team Blaze is going to pick up the mid-temple and get quite a few of the shots before Temple Storm shows up, and they do show up with a greater force, and Team Blaze is just massive. And it looks like they are going to go up towards at least the tower, maybe up to top temple.
And Tassadar just starts beginning to suck that temple up top solo. Meanwhile, everyone else on Team Blaze remains in their lanes, trying to get soak all that XP.
Blaze is also opting to Rafflecopter and Leoric in the bottom lane, hoping to not get out soaked from after their split Temple Storm.
Temple Storm looking to move up and try to catch out Team Blaze. They do steal the temple back and Team Blaze just backs off.
Meanwhile, Zeratul and Leoric are both soaking lanes, and I think this is arguably an even trader, if not better, for Team Blaze here.
They are going to get a little bit of siege damage from bot lane without the Temple's help, which does add up over time.
So after these temples, both teams are pretty much on even footing. A tower goes down in top lane, and everyone retains their soak.
Neither team is looking for a jungle camp just yet. They're waiting for the ever so precious timers, trying to line it up at the next.
Blaze recaptures the eye.
Very important, the eye. Gives you vision and recon is power.
Meanwhile, Team Blaze moves down to get their siege camps.
Yeah, what do you think about this night camp in top lane? I feel like it was a little too early for what they were trying to do, what they're trying to accomplish with those. I feel like you want to do this a little bit later.
Well, taking the night camp early means that you're going to be taking ogres later, so you're probably trying to build up pressure in bot lane before the temples, rather than distract your top lane. So we have a little bit of a contrasting strategies.
Yeah, because Tempo Stormers, they're gonna use those sieges at bot lane to pressure the lane and try to get some pressure on the bot gate and bot fort rather.
Yeah, see if they can get
happens.
a few buildings before that temple comes out.
And Tempo moving down the bot lane to try and protect these siege camps and
Yeah.
get as much pressure. They do take down Rafflecopter, and Jason takes a lot of damage.
But it is Leorc, so he will be back up soon and very close to the front.
They shall bask in my
Meanwhile, Team Blaze clears out top lane, starts moving down with those knights pushing up top. Veritol currently running around trying to find the Abathur.
A little bit of a skirmish in bot lane. Battery loses quite a bit of life, so does KO, but Malfrion's going to get them back up. Healer on the side of Tempo Storm. No healer down here yet.
Oh, you
Huge
want to direct
just
your
showing
attention to Zeratul right now. He's actually about to kill Abathur in mid lane. Pretty huge, right before the temple fight.
Oh, but in contrast, Diablo does go down to the bot lane, so Abathur for Diablo here. And Cladius is going to be coming down.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that Battery died there. That would have been huge. They would have been able to establish dominance on that temple without Abathur.
Where they go in, Tempo really close to 10, so Blaze looking to start a fight. However, Tempo doing a lot of damage to Blaze. Blaze on their heels, running out. Jason's gonna go down. Yuji's gonna go down.
A lot of kills there.
Only Rafflecopter gets away out of.
Diablo and Abathur come back up at the same time, but Abathur doesn't need to be back into the fight to have full effect, so that was a little bit of a 4v5, but kind of a misplay part. Tempo Storm is going to look for a boss here.
So Battery and Rafflecopter trying to put as much pressure here on the boss, but you know,
Yeah, this
with
was
the
huge.
9 to 10
Oh, the
pound
stun.
difference, probably not the best idea. And Abathur ulti goes down on Zuno. And Temple Storm goes ahead and takes the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diablo and possibly Leorc.
Yeah,
And
Battery and
two
Rafflecopter
consolation kills.
getting a lot of value off their passives here.
Meanwhile, they go. Temple goes hard on Jason, diving him.
Arthlon does get a little bit
Picked
low.
up.
Level 10s do come out, and Sanctification is picked.
Oh, this
And
is a
it
huge
is
wall.
as is Force Wall.
Team Blaze
Yeah,
is
So
it's
looking
Team
to take
Blaze
care of that.
opts to just clear out the boss, and Tempo, you know, moves to take this Illidan here, tries to take out the siege camp, whereas the rest of his team backs up, heals up. Jason moving in, spots Arthalon doing the siege camp, pushes him off, and takes it for himself.
As for ultimates in this game, we have Force Wall on Tastar, March on Leoric, Avatar on Murden, Void Zone on Gladius, Fire Breath on Diablo, Malfrion's got Trank, Sanctification on Soldier, Elemental on Jaina, Metamorphosis on Illidan, and Clone on Abathur.
Meanwhile, a fight goes down by the siege camp. Force Wall goes down to block him off. Arthalon goes in deep.
Storm is a bit on the back foot here, or Team Blaze.
And Diablo goes down. Force Wall to keep them from chasing. Meanwhile, Arthalon still chasing Rafflecopter. He's going to go on him. Rafflecopter taking a lot of damage. He goes down.
Storm's definitely getting a lot of picks just after fights, just after Tiz.
Gladius moving towards top, trying to find Abathur, but decides to just push the lane instead.
Yeah, Abathur had to change his playstyle. He died twice, I think, this game so far. So.
Yeah, so you could notice that Abathur's starting to hide more inside the base.
Yeah, and that Sanctification pick's actually really smart of Tyrael, because Judgment was going to do effectively nothing. He has 3 tanks to stun, really. Zeratul's not going to come out until after the Judgment. So getting that Sanctification to protect his Illidan's really
Meanwhile,
good play.
Team Blaze
Flame
is,
Breath is a lot of damage too.
grabs their Bruiser camp, and Illidan grabs the Bruiser camp as well for Temple Storm.
Look, both teams are moving towards different temples, but Temple Storm is gonna weigh a lot heavier on the bottom side. Blaze takes the top.
Right now, Tempo has a 13 talent advantage over Team Blaze. So Team Blaze seems to be just, you know, trying to avoid Tempos until they get that 13 talent soaked up.
It looks like
And they
Tempo is gonna
actually,
be pushing up on bot lane.
Yeah, they actually start pushing on bot lane, which is getting them more value on their temple for later
Team Blaze
on.
is responding pretty quickly with some backs. Looks like Tempo is gonna get a gate uncontested.
See if they get this last tower. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
First one
they
goes
do.
out. Jason goes in hard. Tries to get a stun, but, you know, Temple Storm just kind of disengages and backs off. Meanwhile, Temple's traded. And Blaze is able to take out that one fort in top lane. However, similarly, Tempo is able to get a gate.
Yeah, and this is also like a much better trade for them because they have a mule, right? So they can just heal up that middle fort right back up to full. This is a really good talent choice by Abther.
speaking of talent choices, you have Icy Veins picked by KO on Jaina and Assassin's Blade picked by Zeratul. Very out of the ordinary.
Yeah, the Assassin's Blade synergizes really well with the Vampiric Strike, since she's going to be staying in
Force Wall
longer.
goes down to stop a soldier from contesting their siege camp. And Team Blaze disengages. So Arthlon goes hard on the Cladius. Beautiful lightning breath comes out, but
Yeah, that
stopped by
sanctification was
Sanctuary.
beautiful.
And battery goes down, followed by Leoric. Okay,
Oh,
mind.
Leoric's still alive.
Nope, Leoric's fine.
Oh,
Jason
murdered.
goes down. Arthlon goes in deep. Tries to go find more. Goes onto Leoric, but you know, just flips himself over the wall and is able to get out.
Arthlon getting pretty low quite a few times, but they were able to was able to save him. And they're
Just
going
don't
to
have
get
the damage yet.
definitely 2 kills.
Things go down.
And 2
Cladius wants
turrets.
to Cladius keeps chasing. Wall. There goes the force wall, but nothing comes of it, and Temple Storm is able to safely disengage.
Meanwhile, Abathur has been able to soak 1 if not 2 lanes during the entire time, putting Team Blaze now at a 3-level disadvantage. They didn't have their 16 talents for that last game. They're still looking to get balanced out on talent.
Soon they shall bask in my glory.
Team Blaze seems to really be on the back foot here with a 10 kill deficit and a 2 level deficit as well.
They're scouting out
Team
boss.
Blaze
They
really
don't
needs
want
to
to lose
do
another one.
something if they want to come back from this.
Yeah, you can't sit around and wait forever. If you wait, enemy team will just be ahead and they'll just keep trading temples and keep.
And they
Especially with
can
that.
afford to do that with a mule.
Definitely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Arthlon goes in really deep, trying to be very aggressive.
Both teams are a
Team
little
Blaze
bit
gets
scattered.
pushed off by Tempo, and Tempo proceeds to take that mid-tempo quite uncontested. Meanwhile,
Team Blaze
looking
cannot
to
engage
Team
until
Blaze
they
is
are on
meanwhile looking to try to soak 16 up so they can
Yep.
start a fight.
Duna does clone Jaina and is looking for the engagement. And here we go. 16 talent achieved. Battery
Battery
going
goes
on
straight
KO.
onto Jaina. KO gets walled off, and a beautiful lightning breath comes down, doing tons of damage to KO.
Sanctification just isn't able to get close enough. And KO is going to go
Station
down.
goes
Oh,
down,
that
but
sanctification at the
KO.
same time Jaina died.
Down goes Malfurion.
Down goes Diablo. Arthlon now metamorphosing. And Cladius is going to
Cladius?
go down.
Soldier getting stunned out here. He's dead.
That's
and
a 3v2
Arthlon,
right now.
well,
Like a
Arthlon
3v2 and a half.
Looking to kill the task.
Oh, but Battery had 100 souls and he's coming back to CC Arthlon with that Diablo.
Well, the prescience and dimensional. What do you call that?
Dimensional
Dimensional
shift.
warp.
Shift, yeah.
Dimensional warp.
Get some
And
heals.
He's able to keep Tastar alive.
And Team Blaze is going to take that team fight, and they're also going to be looking for a boss here, pretty uncontested. That was Team Blaze's first team fight win of the game. Definitely going to put them back in. Tempo Storm is still up 1-4, but this boss will be able to equalize that.
Meanwhile, this tornado over here just trolling
Trollnado.
Battery and pushing him around.
Aeoli's trying his best.
Team Blaze picks up this boss, and you know they back off, heal up, try to get ready to push the bot lane in.
Meanwhile, Tempo Storm does pick up Knight in the top lane, which could come back to haunt Team Blaze if they leave it unattended, because there is a big wave push up top, and Abathur can support that.
Meanwhile, Cladius picking up this siege camp to push with the boss as well.
But it looks like Team Blaze is going to be congregating over to their boss. Boss is taking quite a bit of damage.
On the half already.
Yeah, they were a little slow. They should have been there with the boss to help
I
help
think
push,
Breath
not
goes
let.
out.
Yeah, here's a huge fire breath and battery.
Tanks
Oh,
go
looks
down,
like an
tanks go
overextension
down,
from
everything
Team
goes
Blaze.
down.
Leoric
Blaze.
goes down.
Team Blaze decides to back off here.
VP for the
chasing them,
disengage.
trying to slow what he can. Arthalon going deep.
Metamorphosis in.
Metamorphosis. Force Wall goes down, stopping Arthalon from his chase. Everyone mounts up on Team Blaze and they try to run away.
Meanwhile, that night camp, as previously mentioned, is made it all the way to that side, and it is going to be taking a turret here, possibly more. So it's going to be a little bit more of a trade than rather just boss rolling. Temple Storm is 1 level up with a 20 talent. Very powerful. 2 temples up. This is very dangerous.
Team Blaze
Definitely not out of the woods yet.
moves to top, clears out that wave, gets themselves a 19.
Camps are being picked up by both teams. Not leaving very many objectives on the map, but the temples themselves.
Illidan spots out Meriden and Diablo here. They decide, hey, we're gonna pick up this temple instead, and meanwhile Blaze just decides to back off, knowing that they don't have that 20 talent yet. They have to soak it before they can really contest.
All of Temple Storm is congregating right onto that temple. And they do take their first keep.
Meanwhile, Meriden moves down onto the bottom temple just to set up.
Yeah, it's
and
definitely in Team
Arthalon
Blaze's.
engages
Ooh.
here on the Rafflecopter. Force Wall goes down to try to save him, but
Oh,
the Holy Ground
Holy Ground
combined
traps
with
him.
the Force Wall. But however, Team Blaze is now about to hit 20.
Very close to 20. Leoric will be back in about 30 seconds, right on the fight. Hero's a little bit out of position, but doesn't seem to be too afraid of Team Blaze. Now when Gladius actually coming in and soaking mid, Tempo Storm did leave a few.
Well, he notices them moving up and backs off.
But
Leoric
not
moving down here
solo.
towards the Malfurion, noticing that, hey, is Malfurion down there by himself? Because he notices that.
Looks like Team Blaze notices it
The
too.
rest of his team.
They are on the hunt.
They just erased an Malfurion
And
right
Battery, Jason, and Rafflecopter are going to be on Malfurion. The Blink
that was
and the
Blinks
Ice
out
Bolt.
And Ice Block. Drops Trank.
Frank all by himself. KO's coming too. Material's behind,
damage,
dealing with
Blinks out.
Zeratul. A lot of value on Flame Breath. Arthalon all by himself, with a Malfurion clone at least. The Scent goes
Thank-
down, but Malfurion does too.
Meanwhile, Cladius out in the back trying to pick people off.
KO deep in the enemy team. Gets picked off, and Team Blaze is very healthy. All members are still alive. It's not looking good for Tempo Storm
Arthalon
right
dives
now.
onto Cladius. Shields go down. Heals go out. And, Cladius still alive.
That's 3 members of Tempo Storm down with just Tyrael to defend. Tyrael hasn't taken any damage here. Team Blaze didn't even touch him at all.
Shield goes down. They engage on the soldier while focusing on this keep.
They're completely ignoring
Kill the
Soldier.
keep. Now, Team Blaze looks to go try and end the game.
And 20 seconds until Malfurion comes up. It's not looking good for Tempo Storm. Doesn't look like Tyrael's going to be able to pull it off. GG's go out, and that's going to be game 2.